My name is Martin. I have been studying charisma and communication skills for 3 years straight. I have 30 friends at my local gym. I have a 12-year-old friendship with my best friend, and I have a 1-year-old relationship with my girlfriend with zero arguments. And in today's video, I'm gonna expose my secret weapon on how you can become 10, even 20 times more charismatic in social situations. One day I was at the gym and I was casually minding my own business, but the day prior, I closed one of my clients because I was really trying to help people online. And that day, I went into the gym and I told a few of my friends about my achievement. But a lot of them, instead of being grateful and happy for my achievement, they immediately started judging and immediately started arguing and saying things how I should have done things better. And I'm gonna, in insanely autistic detail, show you how this destroys your charisma. Let's say right here that this is John. John is extremely happy and he has done something amazing. But then David comes into the situation. And then David is not very pleased about what really happened. And David, instead of listening to John's problems, he instead tries to argue with him. He tries to argue about his beliefs and about his point of view. John just wanted to express his opinion. John just wanted David to listen to him and not to argue with him. But David, instead of listening to John, he immediately started bombarding him with his arguments and with his logical reasoning. But these were a lot of people in this modern world make huge mistakes because instead of them listening to other people, they immediately jump to conclusions and they need to immediately say their opinion. What really helped me the most was just understanding that nobody cares about your advice. You care about my advice in this video because you clicked on this video. But people who don't click on this video didn't want my advice, and that's completely okay. So if you try to shove your advice down people's throats, they will immediately dislike you because you are trying to change their beliefs in their own mind. And that's why when John said to David some of his beliefs, let's say this is a belief right here, John just wanted David to listen to him and not to logically argue against him. And David has such a bad emotional understanding that he was not able to pick up on this. And now, as a result of this conversation, John will never open up to David ever again. Because now he remembers that David was not able to listen towards his ideas. So let me just show you another example. And this is going to be in autistic detail just for you to understand everything better. Let's say this is a person. And this is another person right here. But this person, again, debates. This person debates this guy. And this guy debates back. Now, what do you think will happen if one person debates the other? Do you think both of them are gonna come out of the conversation and both of them are gonna be, yeah, I'm so happy I debated that person? No one, not even a single human being would come out of that conversation and say, I have learned so much. You didn't. You were extremely mad at that other person because he tried to disapprove of your beliefs. And that's why at the end of the conversation, these two will go their separate ways. And they will not have a smile on their face, but they will be grumpy. They'll be extremely mad about what happened. They even might be sad because of what happened. So they will go their separate ways, and basically, both of them hate each other now. What has been solved by that argument? Nothing. And yes, I could end the video right here. I say, guys, don't argue because it is bad. But I'm not like all of those influencers who tell you, do this top 5 tricks and tips, and they will tell you nothing. They will just tell you the knowledge, and they will not tell you even the solution to your problem. So that's the reason why I will even tell you what you should do instead of doing this garbage right here. Instead of arguing with people, you should immediately fix your mindset. Instead of trying to debate other people, you will, instead of doing all of that, you will take a pause, you will breathe in, you will breathe out, and instead of you immediately saying your opinion, have a mindset of listening towards other people. And after the conversation, there will be no hostile feelings. Because let me again, in autistic logical detail, tell you how this works. There are two people. And one, even if one has the listening mindset, let's say this guy has the listening mindset, and this guy is kind of neutral with it. None of them have the argumentative mindset. We have to keep that in mind. And this guy if he will have the mindset of the listener and not judging, he will be asking naturally the person a lot of questions about themselves. And what do people absolutely love doing? Talking about themselves. And that's what this listener will use as his advantage, as his ace up his sleeve. That's what he will do. And after this conversation will be over, do you think both of them are just gonna go like, oh dude, I hate this shit, I hate this other person? No, because the worst case for both of these people is that I have learned something from this person, because you can eventually learn from everyone. And this person's worst case will be, oh, I really like that person because he really took interest in me. So you see, there is nothing wrong if one person has the listening mindset and the second person has just the neutral mindset. This can even work if you have two people again. This is another person, this is another person right here. And let's say this guy has the argumentative mindset, but this guy has the listening mindset. Because this guy has the listening mindset, he will not create the spark for the argument to start. When you see in movies, when the main character wants to burn down something, you see the floor right here, and they put gasoline onto the floor like this. These people who try to argue with people, they are like the gasoline. They are putting the gasoline onto the floor like this. But when these listeners enter the conversation, this is the argument right here. But if the listener is in the conversation, there is no spark. There is no spark. But in this conversation, when they are both arguing against each other, right here, there is a lot of sparks. And suddenly you have a huge fire. But if one person is just placing the gasoline down, but the other person is not creating the fire to start it to begin with, the fire will never ever start. Never. That's why there is nothing wrong with being the listener, because you cannot lose the social situation. The other person, after the conversation, will go, holy shit, I extremely like this dude. He did not judge me, he just liked my beliefs and he listened to me. And you will be like, holy shit, I have learned so much from this person. There is no lose-lose situation in this. But when you are arguing with people, everyone is losing. Everyone is losing by the end of the conversation. And a lot of people like to listen to these influencers and they'll tell you, you should do this top 5 tricks and tips, but they have no knowledge themselves. At the beginning of this video, I have introduced you to myself as the charisma and communication skills expert, and that's why you trusted me and you got this far into the video. So please, if I can give you one more final advice till the end of this video, do not listen to people who have no background in what they are talking about. Do not listen to some random guy about communication skills or social skills if he has nothing to prove it. I've once seen this man talking onto a podcast and he was like, I've seen this one woman online and she was talking about vocabulary and she was talking about pitch and tonality of your voice and pitch and melody like this. And she was not doing any of them. And that's how you can see a fraud. If they have no background, if they have no proof to prove themselves to you that they are actually the true expert, the true authority in that situation, please do not listen to them. Because they will try to make you overthink the situation. And I, right here, just gave you some practical knowledge. But what these people will tell you, do this top 5 body language tricks. So if you move like this, if you smile exactly in this way, that is not gonna help you. It didn't help me. Nothing that these people say helped me in my charisma journey. And that's why I'm sharing this knowledge with you. Because I don't want you to end up in the same situation as I have. And because you got this far into the video, I have a very special surprise for you. My name is Martin and I am the inventor of the social yin yang. The light side is you being able to listen towards other people, give them honest compliments and be extremely charming in their eyes. But on the dark side, you'll be respected by other people, where you will be assertive if needed, and you will step over the line if someone will disrespect you. And as a result of both of these two things combined, you will never have to wear this stupid mask to please other people ever again. And I have created a program just for you where you can unlock your social yin yang and unlock true social mastery. I will walk you step by step on how you can become the most charismatic person ever, improve your communication, speaking, everything. You will also get access to a full community of people who are just like you. Then you will get access to 24/7 coaching with me as your charisma and communication skills expert. And furthermore, you will get access to 30 plus hours of courses and lectures made by me about charisma, social skills, and communication. And just to make it even better for you, if you see no results in this program whatsoever, I will give you all of your money back. Because if you will not succeed, I don't want your money. So if you are interested in that, click the first link in the description. And if for some reason you are still not interested yet, you should click the second link in the description, and I will hop with you on a 30-minute one-on-one call. And if you want to know how to murder your social anxiety forever, you should click this video right here. Live a happy life, man!